Hello and welcome to the Smackdown review, the 8th of November 2019. Let's get started. Okay, so this week's Smackdown was boring. Probably the worst Smackdown since they've moved to Fox. I was also expecting more from the Invasion storyline, from the obviously NXT Invasion storyline. It's really boggling that there was nothing too progressive on the Survivor Series, even though Survival Series is literally we're one SmackDown away from Survivor Series. So it's a week on Sunday, and we didn't really get much with that. It's really Anyway, we get. By the way, as well, they're filming in the UK, so they've already. It was prior. It was recorded, not live. The same with Raw as well. So we get opening the show is King Corbin, and he obviously insults Roman Reigns. They've been having this little feud going on since the draft pick and since their move to Fox. It's been going on a bit long now. I'm not invested in it. It's boring. The insults were a bit childish for me. Talking about him being a little dog and him having small balls, all that sort of stuff. It was attitude error. We've moved on from all of this. It was just boring. So anyway, that was that. There was a match later on. This was sort of the build up to it. It was boring. I like Roman Reigns and I like Baron Corbin. Just being put in the wrong position. I don't know why. Then we get a tag team title match between the Reveal and the New Day. The Revival, I should say. The Revival haven't seen much of them on SmackDown, and I don't think they've defended their titles very much, neither. So I don't really know what's going on. There was also rumours of them having or getting a new contract or not. I don't really know. Anyway, we get the New Day versus the Revival for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. It was an okay match. Nothing too glamorous. Once again, the New Day win and become the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. They are 7-time Tag Team Champions now. Normally when the shows come to the UK, we do normally get a Tag Team title change. So this is sort of the norm. I don't know whether they've got contract issues, the Revival, or not. It just seems a bit bizarre, a bit like with the women tag team titles. They're given to them, we see them a few times, and then they change hands again. All this says to me is they don't really know what they're doing on terms of the tag team SmackDown side. Even though they've got some great tag teams, they've got Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, and then they've also got Heavy Machinery. It just goes on. Just don't seem to progress in anybody else. Anyway, we have that. We also have then next we get Heavy Machinery. They come out. We don't really know who they're going up against. They come out and then it's interrupted by Imperium. Imperium are the NXT UK group. So it was really nice to see them out. We didn't see much of them. They were they sort of ganged up on Heavy Machinery, and this brought down the rest of SmackDown, who sort of chased them off. Then we get a tag team match, another tag team match. So this is the third tag team match that we get in. It's not the last, by the way. We get Shinsuke Nakamura teaming up with Cesaro, taking on Shorty G and Ali. Weird combo there. Don't know why this come about. I don't know what that combo is. Other than the fact that, we had Team Hogan, Team Flair, all that sort of stuff. Daniel Bryan watched from the entrance. Probably something with Shinsuke with all of that. We'll come on to that in a minute. The match itself was okay. Obviously, Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro won, which is nice to see Cesaro winning or on a winning side for once. But yeah, it didn't really do much. Daniel Bryan was then sort of encouraged to come into the ring. He didn't. He just went backstage. We then get a backstage segment with Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan. The lights are flickering and the lights go off. When they come back, the Fiend is behind Daniel Bryan and obviously does the mandible claw on him. So is this gonna now push? Are we gonna see a feud between the Fiend and Daniel Bryan? It'll be interesting to see how that goes about. No understanding why that happened, but it happened. It's really, I'd like a feud maybe between them. That would be quite good. Then we get a women's match, shall I say, which is Sasha Banks versus Nikki Cross. Bayley's at ringside. It was an okay match. Nikki Cross was crazy in this. I loved it. I was also surprised because I've seen some photos on Twitter and Instagram of Sasha Banks with dreads, and she only had the dreads a couple of weeks and they weren't there. So I was a bit surprised by her look when she come out. Also as well, Sasha Banks has a new entrance song, but it's a sort of a remix of her previous song. Sasha Banks wins, defeats Nikki Cross with some help from Bayley. After the match, Shayna Baszler comes out and attacks all three women. So that's our second invasion part from NXT. Then we get our fourth tag team match on SmackDown. Basically, Tyson Fury comes out, then brings out Braun Strowman, and then congratulates Braun Strowman on their match at Crown Jewel. He said that basically they worked well together, but he reckoned they worked quite good face to face, but he says he would prefer to be in a tag team with Braun Strowman. So is this leading up to a tag team between them? This ultimately brings out the B team. They're quickly defeated. So that is like our fourth tag team match. It's not a real tag team. It's just I don't really know what was going on, but anyway, that was that. We then get Carmella and Dana Brooke versus Fire and Desire. Now, this was a match that was scheduled last week, but they were attacked by NXT stars. Our fifth SmackDown match. Five time we've had a tag team match on this show. Okay. This is the winner will then get a spot, or the winners will get a spot in the SmackDown tag team. I don't really know what team this is. What are they having, a traditional Survivor Series tag team with the women, or is this, or are they going to be mixed with the men? Nothing was said. Just that they progressed through. Anyway, Carmella and Dana Brooke win. Fire and Desire lose. So Carmella and Dana Brooke are on the SmackDown team, representing SmackDown. For what? I don't really know. There was no indication who was going to be on other teams. We'll probably find this out on obviously SmackDown and NXT. But it wasn't said whether it would include the guys or it was just the girls. No one. I don't know. Anyway, they progressed to through teams, 4 teams SmackDown to Survivor Series. I don't know how many spots are on this. Nothing was said. And then we get our main event, which is King Corbin versus Roman Reigns. It was an okay match. It wasn't too good. It wasn't too bad. It was okay. During the match, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler came out. With the distraction on the both of them, Baron Corbin wins and beats Roman Reigns. This obviously looks like something going forward, probably part after Survivor Series, maybe that Survivor Series, I don't know. But that was Smackdown. It is what it is. What can I say? Yeah, it was what it was. It was, for me, it was probably the worst Smackdown since moving to Fox. It was just wasn't well put together. We only had NXT Invasion wise, we had Imperium, which was great to see, and Shayna Baszler again, and that was it. I would have thought that they would have really pushed this Invasion storyline, and it just seems to have lost momentum since last Smackdown, which was brilliant. It's really lost, considering we are just one more Smackdown away from Survivor Series. It was just lackluster. Nothing really progressed, and Carmella and Dana Brooke are in some tag team that I don't really know about, and no does everybody else. I don't really know where they've progressed to, what team they're on, what's going on there. But anyway, tell me what you think. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.